Hi friends, in this tutorial I'm going to tell you about AI agents. Nowadays everybody talks about generative AI, agentic AI, so I thought of creating a very simple tutorial where I can explain you what is agent is all about, okay, what it does and how it is different from the generative AI use cases. Okay, so let's think about this use case. Okay, so there is a person, okay, and he says I'm planning a 2 week skiing vacation from mid of December. If I have leaves, need help with vacation planning. Okay, so basically a person is looking for a vacation spot, okay, and he has given a timeline when he is looking for that, and he also wants to see whether he has any leave balance or not. Okay, can we automate this complete thing through AI? Okay, so if I can automate it, who will do it? Who will do it? Okay, the person who will do all this automation thing in the background is called agent. Okay, and complete AI stuff which is built on top of the agent is called agentic AI. Remember, okay, so what are the things we want to do it over here? Check my leave balance. Okay, so the agent will check my leave balance. Agent will also research the location for the skiing. Agent will also check for the weather report. Okay, means how the weather of that location is there where we want I'm going for the vacation. And agent will parallelly book the flight and book the hotel. Okay, so everything, okay, you are just putting this information in a chatbot, and everything, all these things will run on the background, and everything will be done by the agent, and that's called as the agentic AI. Okay, let's see in this 5 tasks what are the tasks we can only complete through the normal LLM models, like normal chat GPT model. Okay, and there we will see what is the limitation of generative AI. Okay, so if you see over here, the first one, check my leave balance. Definitely a generative AI model without RAG cannot do that. Okay, because generative AI model are trained in the vast amount of internet data that doesn't know what is my leave balance. Research location for skiing. Definitely if you ask ChatGPT, tell me the best location for the skiing, it will able to give you. Okay, check weather report for location. That also will not be possible because the LLM models are trained at one particular time. They may not have the correct information of the correct weather, okay, at right moment or maybe after some time. Okay, and next one is definitely the LLM models cannot book the flight, and they cannot also book the hotel. Okay, so the only one thing the generative AI can help me to do that, and that's the research the location for the skiing, but remaining 4 things, no. That's what I have shown you in this. Like, I asked the question in cloud.ai, and I asked what is the weather in the New York today, and it says because it cannot tell you the current information because the model is trained some date in the past. Okay, and I apologize, I cannot provide you this information. Second thing is, can you book a flight for me from New York to Scotland? Definitely, we know it very well, the LLM model can't do that. Okay, so these are the limitations from the LLM model. Okay, so now we want to create an automated agent which will help me to do all these 5 tasks. Okay, so that I have shown it over here. This is like a Superman agentic app. Okay, so the user just request over here, and this agentic app will basically make sure all 5 things will be done. Okay, but generative AI only can do this thing, research location for the skiing. Got it. So these are the limitation and challenges of the LLM based application that I have already talked to you. Okay, next. Okay, let's see if you input the RAG. Okay, RAG is another framework called as a retrieval augment generation, where you can put the external data sources with the LLM models, and then you can ask the question and it will give you the answer based on the data source which you plug into that model. Okay, let's see whether with the LLM and RAG can I get all the responses. So if you see, if you provide your company HR data source, you ask the question, the LLM model will get the information of your leave balance from the HR data source, and it can provide you the leave balance. Okay, and with the normal generative AI, you can also research the location for skiing. But still, RAG and LLM combination cannot get the current weather, it cannot also book the flight, and it cannot also book the hotel. Okay, so in order to do or perform all 5 tasks, I need to have something called as a agentic application. Okay, and as I told you, that AI which help you to perform all 5 tasks automated is called as a agentic AI. Okay, now this word is very buzzing word, very popular word, and hope it must be clear to you. Okay, let's see what agent can do. Okay, so agent can basically task decommissioning and planning. Okay, so you just gave a complete prompt, but your agent should be able to divide that whole prompt into a multiple task. Okay, it should be able to understand what it has to do. It has to check your leave balance, it has to research the location of the skiing, it has to check the weather report, and it has to book the flight and book the hotel. Everything the agent should be able to do. Okay, next thing, the agent should be able to call to the external tools also. Okay, those tools can be maybe a database connection, maybe a web service call, maybe an API call. So okay, or maybe to retrieve the information from a knowledge base from the RAG platform. Okay, so if you see over here, the tools and actions are retrieve HR data using RAG, search the web for the skiing location, call weather API, or call hotel.com API. Okay, the third thing is, while the agent is doing all this information, okay, it has to also keep a track of everything, right? See, what was asked from him, okay, and when it is checking the weather API, whether it has to book for the hotel or whether it has to book for the flight, it has to keep the track of all the information. So agent has got multiple types of memories. Okay, some memories are short term memories, some memories are long term memories. Okay, fourth thing is guardrails. Okay, so since it's a artificial intelligence, okay, you don't want AI to be a toxic or hallucinating. Okay, so you have to create some sort of a guardrails. Basically, these are the rules to the AI. Okay, how the AI has to function. Okay, so those rules also you have to define. And fifth thing is agent communication. Means one agent, suppose tomorrow we are creating multiple agents, those agents should be able to talk to each other. Okay, so these are all the 5 things an agent can do. Okay, so these are the core capabilities of the agent: planning, tools, memory, guardrails, and communication. Okay, we talked about over here. So yeah, so far a successful agentic AI, you have to create an agent in such a way the agent should be able to plan. There should be a dedicated memory for the agent. Agent should be able to call the external APIs, external databases, external RAG platform, and you should be able to create rules. Also, how the agent has to work, how the agent has to perform, and agent should be also able to talk to the another agent. So here I have given another diagram where again the same thing, the agent um, should be able to call all these things by using the tools. Agent should be having the memory, short-term memory and long-term memory. Agent should be able to do the planning too. So the way the agent plans, okay, so there are different types of algorithms are there. One type of algorithm is called as a chain of thought, another is called as a tree of thought, and third one is like react. Okay, we will discuss about these algorithms in more detail, but I can give you a little brief about that. So chain of thought, it comes like, suppose there is a complex prompt came. Okay, so agent should be able to divide that prompt into a multiple subtask, and it should be able to think sequentially, rather than coming into the answer immediately, okay, and has hallucinating over there, it should be able to divide the whole complex task into a small task and able to do the reasoning in each task. That is called as a chain of thought. Okay, so this is all about AI agent. What is AI agent? How it is different from the generative AI? How the AI agent is also different from the generative AI and RAG platform? And what are the capabilities of agent? What are the different things an agent can do? Hope this is very much clear for you. If you have any questions, please write in the comment. If you like our content, please subscribe the channel. Thank you.